gentlemen, this is social media at its finest. If we take a look at the fact that we're at the franchise show now, broadcasting and having an event about social media, we are actually out there with 30 people in the room. We've got 300 people out there. And social media is all about the excitement of who you are and who you're being. So first of all, I want to welcome to the social media presentation everybody out on the internet, and I ask everybody in this room to give those people a big round of applause on the internet. Everybody. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, let's get started without further ado. You are here to learn about how to leverage the art of social media to explode your business in 2014. How many people are there for that reason? All right. Now, I want you to take a look at something because we're going to learn live, whether you are in the room over here or on the internet, that who you are is the most important thing in social media. It's not what you know and all different, vehicles that you use, whether it's Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn. That doesn't matter. We're going to learn where we want to meet those customers. We want to learn who we are and why that's so important to us. And so without further ado, before I tell you about social media and what you should learn from social media, let me first tell you why I'm qualified to maybe teach you a little bit about social media. Would that be okay? Okay. So we saw the slide. I'm a connector. I'm a joint venture expert. I connect businesses to more business opportunities, resources, strategies, more business. That's what I do. If you're in business and want more business, come and see me. Hook up with me on social media and you'll find out more. But I use social media in a huge way to make those connections. How many people know what a joint venture expert is, or a joint venture? Okay, so a joint venture is where two companies come together, or three, to provide the best of the best and create something different. Create something that's more than who and what they are. Create more business for themselves. So I look at companies, see what they do, see who I can bring them both together to do more business than they would have done separately if they didn't know. So there's entirely new ways of doing business over and above what you do, and it starts with connecting people, and social media plays a big part, which is what I do. So let's move on and take a look at our first slide of what exactly is social media. And we'll leave the slide on there. And so social media is, of course, social is the art of saying hello. Let me ask you a quick question. How many people have said hello to the people on the left-hand right side of themselves right now? Do you know those people? We've got a few. Well, if you haven't, I want you to take 30 seconds only, say hi and hello to the people on the left-hand right side of you right now. And while you're saying hello and get their name, I want you to ask them the most important question. What's important to them? Why are they here? Get something of a detail about those people, because that is what social media is all about. It's about responding to that. So I have to go too far. 30 seconds up. I hope you've got everybody's name and detail or who they are and what it's all about. So social media is the art of being social, saying hello. Media is the medium, the channel. What is the channel? It could be Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. It could be whatever it is. But it's to use the channel to say hello. And how you do it is the way you engage for your own business to do more business. Okay, so social media. Now, marketing is the art of leveraging a third party to tell your message, because when a third party gives you a message, it's a lot bigger than you blowing your own horn. You blow your own trumpet, people say, oh yeah, he's boasting again. You got 5 people saying, your company is amazing, does great job, especially if you're doing it on social media. That's your testimonial on the fly, and a lot of people are looking at that. So what I want to ask very, very quickly, I want to know who's in the audience so that I can know who's in the room and how I can respond to them in the presentation. Tell me, what is the businesses that you guys do? Mobile spa, right here, everybody.
Mobile app developer.
Mobile app development. Look how this is coming together. What do we got? Construction. Internet media. What do we got? Financial consulting. Organic Gold Coffee. DJ services. Frozen yogurt franchises in the room all the way from Montreal. You got to visit that man's booth. It is absolutely exceptional. Home furnishings. Yes, Lee, you're going to like what, and if I forget, remind me that home furnishings, when I talk about Pinterest, it is huge. Okay? We've got real estate, we got financial products, insurance, we got naturopathic medicine, social media, classified advertising. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Whatever we've got over here, we're going to show you how social media is going to work for you. And keep it in mind who you've heard today and what it is that they're doing. Okay, because that's connecting to people. It doesn't matter if you're not a naturopath, but when you can show the naturopath how to do more naturopathic business, Lee, he may just be able to recommend some home furnishings for him and some of his other people. You see how it's not really about your business? And maybe there's a construction that'll happen because Helena is going to recommend to the mobile spa, Joanna Wright, who, by the way, may I say it, is going to be on the Dragon's Den in September. Joanna Wright, stand up. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get her on camera. But she is not allowed to tell you what happened. All we know is the Dragons are very impressed. That's it. But in September, when you tune in Joanna Wright Mobile Spa Services, now can you imagine how social media can blow up no matter what you do? So think about it. It's not even about your business and plastering all over the place. Oh, this is what I do. I'm a real estate agent. I'm insurance. Buy some, buy some, buy some. You're just like a person at a party that's a bad news. People run the other way. But when you can contribute to people in what's important to them, like what you learned today when you said hello, that is the most important thing. So understand that as we move on. The new social media connects you to clients, prospects, promote your business. That's basic stuff. It actually, you want to take one idea, and that is to drive your visitors to a web page, a blog, or an email marketing platform, a Facebook page. You want to drive that traffic optimally to your own page, optimally to your own website, your own blog. How many people you have their first and last name.com? Good. Very, very good. That's what you need to do. That's the most important piece of real estate you can buy, your first and last name.com. And maybe some other variations. You want to drive people to who you are. Social media is about telling a story. So what does social media marketing do is it enables others to advocate for you through compelling content. So we can talk everything we can talk about how good we are. Again, when somebody else talks about us, they become our advocate. So the whole idea with social media is to create so much value, so much contribution by being authentic and transparent and really genuinely caring. But not just caring with having nothing to offer, but offering value and inspiration to other people, that you take them from being a prospect to being a client to being a raving fan, a client who says, wow, Joanna, you are so good that I'm going to recommend you to all my clients. Money cannot buy that type of advertising. So you want to drive it through those stages to get people advocating for you and shouting out loud from the mountaintops of Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or whatever it is about how good you are. How do you do that? How do you create that value? This, if you take anything out of the seminar, is the most important slide I've got today. If you can understand this concept, you'll understand how powerful social media is. We're moving from a world of one-to-one communications. One-to-one communications. Christine, how are you? Fine, thanks. Beautiful. Great talking with you. We meet one-on-one. We talk to each other on the phone, right? We talk to each other on a message on Facebook chat. That's a one-on-one communication. When I speak over here in a seminar, it's a one-on-many. I deliver a message, many people hear it. One of the things that I do as well is I do a lot of email marketing, and so when I send my email out, 16,000 business owners get that email message. And so that's a one-on-many communication. Social media takes a one-on-one to the one-to-many to the many-to-many. Now what that really means is the many-to-many communications. When you post on my wall, I've got 5,000 friends. So my apologies, everybody, in advance. If you're going to try to be my friend today, I'm full. But I do have a business page, Ash Silva Business. You can actually get out there and like that page. The point is, the many-to-manys, when you post on my page, my 5,000 friends see your message. When I post back on your page or even on my page, now we're engaged, my friends are watching your message. Your friends are watching my message. And so friends of friends who didn't even know we both existed are now starting to see that message. And the more people engage in that communication, I want you to get that, Facebook starts to open up that conversation to more people to see that message. And other people are seeing the value and they say, I like that guy. I want to know more about him. Click, friend, like, share, whatever it is that they're going to do with you. So remember, we've moved from a one-on-one to a one-to-many to a many-to-many conversations. The most important, powerful thing that happens in social media communication. Now, that we know social media is so powerful, what happens next? These are the 4 questions you really want to ask yourself before you choose any type of social media. And that is, who is your target market? So take a look at what business you are in and ask yourself, who am I after? If you are an interior designer, you might want to take a look at certain places to be. A real estate agent, insurance, coffee, mobile, websites, and spa. Who is your target market? Who is the ones that are hiring you right now? And then take a plus or minus 10% of who they can be. Then you want to find, of course, who are you? Who are you as an individual? You really want to be passionate about that. And then you want to reach into the fact that not only target market, who am I, but how do I reach them? And that's going to give you who you serve. And then, of course, your best strategy is the social media that you choose based on who you are and who your target market is. So make sure you've got that. We're going to go a little fast, ladies and gentlemen. I got about 50 slides in 45 minutes. So is it okay if I speak fast? Everybody going to listen fast? All right. All right. So Facebook is about people. Google Plus is about passion. LinkedIn helps you connect professionally. Twitter is about perception. Not the type of perception of, hey, look what I had for lunch today. That's passé stuff. You don't want to start to do that. Perception about how is your view of the crappy weather that we're having today, but how do you spin it with inspiration to other people that never thought about it that way? That's perception, right? How do you feel about this gorgeous day so you can inspire other people? People are not wanting to go down the path of negativity. So show them your sense, show them your brilliance, show them your love. Pinterest, pictures and visual. For those people who are not on Pinterest right now, this is up and coming in a huge way. Google Hangouts, where you meet people live, and you want to focus your marketing where your value is. Now, do you see the way the screen goes back and forth? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we call a Google Hangout. How many people in the room have done a Google Hangout already? We've got a few. We've got a few. For the rest of you, I want you to know that imagine how powerful it is that we're on Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and all of these things. What Google has done as the world's largest search engine, they've actually bought YouTube. And now with the YouTube, it used to be that you had to take a video and then upload into YouTube, right? But no longer. We're actually creating a YouTube video right now on the fly. So, and this YouTube video is going to be loaded directly. It's being loaded to Google and YouTube when it's over. So imagine the power of each and every one of you if you've got a message to deliver to the world. I don't know what it is. I don't know what beautiful messages you can show on, well, you might want to be discretionary, of course, with your mobile spa services. But you get it, right? Real estate, whatever it is that you're doing, whatever message, naturopathic, your advertising and your frozen yogurt, your construction business. We've got mobile applications right here. Mike, you got to meet Jay right there, buddy. Okay, we'll make an introduction right on the Google Hangout. Mike does a mobile application. Guys, this is getting real cool for restaurants that people no longer, there's a paper menu. Mike over there, it's like they got an iPad. People come, they see the pictures of all the pretty food. They buy drinks, everything goes to the kitchen. It eliminates the need for the waiter. The waitress now becomes a glorified host and hostess for the company. They order it right away, boom. Cost of an iPad is less than $2 a day per iPad. Restaurants are buying into that. Why? Because it's driving the cost of improving the order, right? The waiter says, well, you should have that as well. Sounds like you're pushing me. The iPad said, this looks good too. Click, 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 click. Before you know it, you order dessert and lots more drinks. So, and you got pictures of everything. So that's where we're all going with how we're engaging, whether it's in the restaurant or in the social media. This is a chart of who uses what and what is the next social media that they use. So when you're really going into the demographics of who you're going after, you want to take a look at, well, where do you approach people? Do you want to go to Facebook? Do you want to go to, Lee, you mentioned that you're an interior designer. So interior designer, you might want to take a look at your stats and say, you know what I would recommend for you. Do you have a Pinterest account? No. You know what Pinterest is? You heard about it, right? Yeah. So Pinterest is where women who are 30 to 45 go in and pin stuff. Mostly, it's men and women. It's all over the place. But it's the main demographic is women 30 to 45 who are on it, pinning what is good for them, pinning what they like, pinning what they love. If you're a real estate agent, they're pinning what the type of house that they want. If you are an interior designer, they're pinning their interior design. They're telling you what they love. It's their vision board. Imagine when you do your social media strategy, where do you want to go? You don't want to waste time on Facebook necessarily. You want to go on Pinterest because that's where you're reaching women who are 30 to 45. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to actually stop this presentation just now to welcome the connectress of Toronto, Randy Goodman, walk into the room. She runs the Toronto Women's Expo. If you don't know her, connect with her. She's got an event coming up called the Toronto Business Wealth Summit next weekend. And you know what? Just the very fact that you're in the room today, and if you're watching on the internet, you can connect with me and then Randy as well. She's got an event with some really high-level speakers next Saturday. It's $297 to attend, but because you're on the room with Randy and you're going to be a guest of ours, you get in free. How many people like that deal? Are we going to clap a little louder for Randy Goodman, ladies and gentlemen? Are we going to get real loud so the rest of the show knows where they're going to be next week? Okay. So, Randy, see her after the show. Next Saturday, you've got an event worth $300 where you're going to be immersed in what's happening in business. Okay? You want to talk about networking? Yeah. You want to talk about social media? You're going to get that. You're going to get some real, and we want young people in there as well to that event, absolutely free. You'll be immersed in what's happening in the world of business. Because I truly appreciate parents like you who bring their kids to this event. And kids who come to this event are special people. You're the future, as Gordon will tell you. His kids started off, now they're in Hong Kong and all over the place. It's the place to be. Anyway, that was an aside, ladies and gentlemen. But you know what? Social media, it's about applauding people, okay? If I can give you one secret that has nothing to do with my presentation, I'm going to share it with you. It's off the presentation. If you want to be successful in social media, aside from everything in this presentation, it's about who you are, transparently and authentically. You've got to have something to offer. You just can't be a nice guy because people get tired of that within a day or two. You can have love, but you've got to be an expert at something. We all know something really, really, really well. Whatever it is that you have, you know it well. You've got to bring it out to the world in a transparent and authentic way, okay? Inspirationally, not I'm selling this, I'm selling this. No, 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 no. You bring other stuff that's inspirational to them. But the biggest thing you can do in social media is you can make the other person feel important. Okay? Now, that has nothing to do with business. Now, when you build somebody else up, that is not even your client. Just acknowledge something, realize something, notice something about them, click a like on their profile pic. It doesn't matter what it might be. That is social media in a nutshell of how you can absolutely hit it out of the ballpark in social media. So if you can learn one thing, it's edify people and really build them bigger than what they might even be. You might even be building someone to what they can be, that they didn't even realize about themselves. And for that, they will love you, give you a lot of business. So, and it comes down to back this slide right here. Who are you on social media? People recognize you very fast if you're a taker, user, procrastinator, a destroyer of dreams. You want to be the person on the left-hand side, the giver, the contributor, the action taker, and the builder. Because the bottom line is, it doesn't matter what you tell people, people feel you. If you're feeling depressed on social media, trust it. By the way you write the post, people know the mood you're in. They know exactly who you are, right? So people will know how you and feel and see you coming. So who do you want to be? It's got to be before you even write the post. You've got to be in that mind frame of contribution and adding value. So once we determine now what social media we're going to go to, we know that we're going to be a certain way. Where do we meet these people, right? How many people don't know all the people that they need to know yet? Everybody in the room, right? So where do we meet these people? Okay, well, business events like this, networking events, BNI, legacy, trade shows, right here, training events, seminars, meetups, elevators, checkout lines, gas stations, dog walking, you get the idea. Walking even if you don't have a dog. Just walk. Say hello to people with dogs, cats. Just say hello, okay? Nightclubs, but if you're saying, and yeah, of course, yeah, you know, social media, right? You don't have to know anybody to reach out and say hello, right? It's a beautiful thing, and you can do it without being there while you're walking and say hello, and they say, oh, you know, you don't have to be faced with that type of rejection. So, and you can add to all of these places to meet people. Now, once you meet everybody that you're meeting on an ongoing basis, what is it? Where do you go next? These are my 7 magical questions. You can always add to them as you want. You want to, again, get into that place of contribution, right? Who are you? You want to get into their vision, their dream, what's important to them. They don't need to know about you. How many people have heard the saying, it's not what you, or people don't know how much you care, or people, how does that saying go?
People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care.
I love it. Jeff Tam saved me in the crunch. Can you imagine making a mistake like that on TV? Jeff, say it louder, buddy.
People don't know how much you know.
Care. People don't know how much you care. People don't care how much you know.
Yes.
They only care how much you care about them. You know what? It's funny. Yeah? We're digging ourselves into a hole. Now, the beauty is, you know, the fact that we did that right on live, like a hangout? Guys, we can apologize to you, and I'll post it later on social media, the right thing, okay? It has something to do about caring about people. So, again, what do you do? What's important to you? What are your goals for 2014? What do you want to accomplish? What keeps you awake at night? The answer to that question. It's usually something about business or something about, you know, what is the biggest thing that you are, is, you know, disturbing people. If you can have a solution to that, what has got people disturbed, awake, restless, you contributed to them wanting to do anything for you. How can I contribute to you? You can't have a more direct answer question to that. How can I help you? How can I contribute to you? And when you can answer those 7 questions and get that, you know exactly who someone is, what they want, and how you can contribute to them. So once we've got the 7 questions, we can move on to, again, getting their business card, okay? You've met them now, you've asked the questions, you know who these people are. You want to get their information. And guys, again, social media or not, I got to tell you a story. Did everyone notice what Chaba in the background just did? Now, someone's got to man the camera, someone's got to put the computer on, someone's got to do the social media and adjust this whole thing behind the scenes. You know, every one of you needs something who's got your back. And if you don't have that person, get them. It's all about teamwork. Find the partners that you want to work with. Find the partners who are synergistic to what you do. Okay? I've got to tell you that, and find the partners that are willing to do anything to make sure you succeed, because I truly, again, we've got another powerhouse that just walked in the roof, Mr. Naftaj Chandhok, the king of real estate. Naftaj, you're on social media right there, buddy. So I want you to, you know who these people are. Know who these people are and honor them, because that man there, Chaba, what if I told you he's an unassuming guy with a bad hairstyle? You wouldn't really think twice about it. But what if I told you, Chaba, stand up. This man right here, this is on social media, guys, but you got to know this. This morning, he could not make this presentation because he had a case of kidney stone. And for any man who knows who's had kidney stones, I don't know, I'm not going to ask you to put your hand up. It's as painful to a man as giving birth is to a woman. With a kidney stone, the guy knew the show must go on, and he came out here to give this presentation to you. Let's give Chava a thank you. And that's how the show goes on, ladies and gentlemen. So, that's what it is all about. Grab a team. Grab a team who know your vision and are going to build it with you. So let's take a look at now, where do we go? We get the business cards, we put them to our website, we ask them to connect on social media, whatever it is, and follow up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Okay, we can go to a show like this, collect a ton of business cards, put them in a drawer, game over. It was a waste of time if we don't follow up. It's a waste of time if we don't put them on a social media. It's absolutely imperative. Now, the best thing that I know for follow-up, and the fortune is in the follow-up, is email marketing. That's something that I do. That is something that I consider is the glue. No matter what you do in social media, your job is to drive the people from your social media into some sort of email marketing list. The list becomes your community, and that community is something you keep with you. That community is something you take with you. The community is something that is yours when Facebook shuts your account down for being too friendly. It's happened to some of us. No names mentioned. That's why we've got 5,000 friends. So, but the point is, you want to make sure it comes back to your domain name. That is a little piece of juice for your business. You want to own the domain name and not necessarily keep your friends. You want to, as much as possible, take them off social media, and that's why email marketing is the glue. So consider, if you're not doing it already, you must take a look at something. There's free programs out there. And naturally, if that's something that you're interested in, we teach it, because I do a lot of email marketing. I actually make a good living just blasting my list. If I want to make money, I mail it once. If I want to make more money, I mail it twice. And it's a function of getting to know people, right? So email marketing is us to keep in touch, build a community, create repeat customers, client retention, win back new business, offer them coupons and discounts, special events and specials, and the money is in the follow-up. Again, Harvey Mackay, the man who wrote Swim with the Sharks Without Being Eaten Alive. Some of you may know that book. If you don't get it, it's an old classic. Well, he said you can predict the size of someone's income by looking at the size of their Rolodex. Many other people, successful people, have said you can predict a person's net worth by looking at their community or the number of contacts that they have. Your net worth is your net worth, and your network is your net worth. So it's all very correlated. It comes down to who you know. But the dynamics has just shifted with social media. So I really, really, really want you to get that it's no longer about what you know. Have you heard it's about who you know? But social media changes that. It's no longer about who you know. It's about who knows you. So think about it. Does everybody who knows Oprah, does Oprah know them? No. No, but they know Oprah, right? They know Obama. They know they know Stephen Harper, our Prime Minister. Why is that? So social media can actually extend that for you. It's no longer about who you know, it's who knows you is the new dimension. This is huge, guys. Social media will do it for you. Because when you've got friends and fans and followers and pinners and on all of these things, you've got community. Circles in Google+, you've got community that may know you based on who you are, but you don't even know them. But when the time is right to do business, they're doing business with you, okay? So, monetizing social media, we talked about the fact that it may be a waste of time. Many people, Chaba, is this your sense of humor? Can't make money from Facebook, so we go into account settings, deactivate the account, and go to work. That was Chaba's attempt at a joke, everybody. Is that Chaba? Now, so let's start with Facebook. Okay, let's drill down into the various social medias. Facebook, 1.19 billion. That's billion with a B. Users. That's about 1/7 the world's population is on Facebook. If you can even fathom what that number is. If you and your 300 or 3,000 or 5,000 friends, you're not getting business out of there, move on. Find out where your business is going to come from. That number, by the way, has just gone to 1.2 billion people. Okay, that's bigger than the biggest country in the world. And if anybody's going to say Facebook, is an unproductive way to be, because we're all wasting time saying hello and we're making no money. Well, then it's got to be the, last slide please, the most unproductive country in the world. And that was your best joke, guys. So we got a 1.2 billion, most unproductive country in the world. Okay. All right. Now I do have a way to get this crowd moving a little bit and getting more excited. Who's in the mood? Yeah? Okay. All right. Let's move on. So let's move on. So Facebook, again, limited to 5,000 friends. You need a business page. You've got likes instead of friends when you have a business page. Okay, it's very important. You want to use it to be connected with your clients. And the only thing I can tell you about a Facebook page versus a Facebook personal profile is that with a page, Google is spidering that page. So it's important. Most people don't realize that when you have a personal page and you're spending a lot of time with it, that is personal, private stuff. I mean, your few friends take a look at it. The analytics, are good. Facebook analytics, that is, they're serving up your stuff. But Google is not concerned with that. They don't even know what's going on. They're not spidering their page. So what you want to do from now, the biggest thing you want to take over is get yourself your own business page. That's where Google operates, in your business page. You want to get found for your business. You want to start making money. It's on the Facebook page that you're going to make money. Okay, so start a Facebook business page. Forget about the personal page. LinkedIn. How many people on LinkedIn in the room? Okay, we got most of the room on LinkedIn. So the point is, we've got 40% of LinkedIn, even though LinkedIn's free for professionals to connect and businesses to connect, 40% of people on LinkedIn pay for the premium service, which is anywhere from $29 to even $100 a month and more for, if you want some of the bigger packages. Why do they do that? You've got to ask yourself that question. Even though it's a free account, why is paid social media so popular? People are not going to waste their money because the premium service brings a lot more value than the $29, $30, $50 a month that they pay for premium service. So start to put your mind around how do you pay a little bit to get a lot more out of your social media. So again, with Twitter, we've got another 250 million. LinkedIn had a 250 million, 259 million. Twitter's a little, a little farther behind with 230 million users. You're looking at all the C-level executives using it, decision makers, lots of tweets on a daily basis. It's a great way to get your message out there to the world. And actually, I can see a few of you taking pictures, and I noticed that I'm running out of time. So ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a little bit faster, but I'm going to promise you one thing. If at the end of the event we can get your email addresses somehow, you come to the front and give us your business card and take ours, we will personally, Chubba will send you all of the slides directly to you, okay? So you'll get all the slides, and I'm going to be moving a little bit faster. Pinterest, again, we talked about that. Mostly women on it right now. 8% are in the US are now using it. There are men. If you're in the type of business that is real estate and financial services, mostly actually in the visual type of game, interior designing, landscaping, when you're looking at going after someone who's pinned something, they've actually put their vision board on there, that's what you want to do. You want to, a woman's exactly described that. And so between 7 and 9 o'clock in the evening, that's where they hang out. So Lee, you've got to have a Pinterest account, right? What are you going to do? A Pinterest account. All right, Lee. And Gordon, thanks for introducing me to Lee, buddy. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, this is social media. The other part of that Wealth Business Summit, the guy who really gave you those free tickets is that guy right there, Gordon So. Let's give him a hand. He's giving us that event next Saturday absolutely free. Gordon So, he's out there sitting in the background. Gordon is, that's okay, Jeff. There you go, there you go. Okay, let's move on with Instagram. Now, how many people have an Instagram account? Good, wow. Yes, Gordon? Yes? So, a friend of Gordon's nephew started Instagram. Got it. We got to move real fast. 150 million users already. Grew so big, Facebook bottom. So Let's move on to YouTube. How many people are on YouTube? Did you know that YouTube has now moved on from being the second largest, or at least the largest distributor of film and video in the world, to the second largest search engine in the world? Did you know that? And Google bought YouTube. So imagine the power of playing on a Google platform. These are some quick slides on who's on what social platforms. So from the top ones, you can see there's some chat applications out there that you don't even know of that are in the, they've actually crossed the $1 billion zone. Some of that. WeChat has gone from 272. They've doubled in the last few months. They're at about $500 million right now, WeChat. If you haven't heard of these things, guys, when you get the slides, get on them. What an impressive, incredible way to meet new people. Let's move faster, gentlemen. This is the weighted average, 2 hours a day. Argentina spends a lot. If you want to know who you're pursuing on social media, 4.3 hours, whereas Japan is out there 0.8 hours. Who's got an account and what percentage are using their social media accounts? Let's flip forward. Here we got, depending on age groups, who is on certain social media channels and who's on other channels. Very important as you're planning your demographics of who you need to go after. You'll get that slide with you after that. Here are some other quick facts. If you have read them already, time to switch the slide. Consumer behavior. Well, this is important. Okay, 33% of consumers cite social media as a way they discovered your brands and products. So think about it, that before they've made a decision of what they're going to buy, 1 in 3 people have gone to social media to kind of think about it and plan. That's huge. If you're not on social media, 16% of LinkedIn users have clicked on an ad. I want you to understand that beyond the free social media, advertising is very, very important. And that's the new frontier of where you're going to be playing. 100% of business decisions use social media for work purposes, and 47% of internet users share their photos and video they found online. 1 in 4 people complain about products within an hour they want help. Now think about how important that is, whether you are on social media or not. What that really means is, even if you're not using social media, don't not be on social media. You get the difference with that? Because if somebody complains about you on social media and you're not there, the next person says, oh yeah, I heard about that company, and I heard this was not too good, and before you know it, you got a bunch of people talking about you behind your back and you don't know what's going on. So it's not about not being on social media, it's not even about not being present into social media. So remember that, even if you're not posting and tweeting as much, be on social media to know who is there and who's commenting about you so you can have better PR value. Now, if you're not confused already, do you remember what happened with the first person? This is the new world of social media. There's a lot of stuff out there. What are we going to do? Are we going to be an ostrich with its head in the sand? Is that, I mean, a lot of us may get paralyzed, or are we going to aim high? Ladies and gentlemen, that was my best joke of the night. Of the evening. Yes! Aim high! Whatever you decide to do in social media, that is what you do. Or you just say, oh, I'm going to do nothing, it's too much, right? Totally up to you. Social media is the new frontier. If you don't know that already. If you didn't know how to buy Microsoft stock in the 70s, well, too late. Google stock, maybe too late. You don't know where you're going to be playing. We have not even talked about what needs to be talked about right now, because we're talking about hashtags and domain names that are just incredible. Paid advertising is where to go on social media, especially if you want to target people that are so specific that they will buy from you, and only those people. And right now, it's very, 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 very inexpensive if you know how to do it. So if you'll need help with that type of stuff, that's what we do, right? But I'm not here to sell you anything today. I'm here to just offer that to you, that we can talk on social media. This is what you've got to do. Social media immersion, all of the stuff that you've learned today. Pay attention to the fact that you need email marketing, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+. We talked about all of this stuff today. Let's move on quickly. You want to learn how to leverage all of that stuff to generate leads. Okay, you want to follow up with email marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke actually with Chava before we got on stage, and you know what we're going to do? I think email marketing is the hub of all social media. and we actually teach it. We've got an email marketing course, and as our gesture of saying thank you, honoring you for being in the room with us and for being on the internet with us, we're going to give you our email marketing course, and this is only based on how enthusiastic you're going to be, absolutely free. Okay, again, it's based on enthusiasm. You're getting it absolutely free. Jonah, my favorite guy, is he allowed to be on social media? Look at this. If they get younger and younger on social media, don't they, coming to the Business Opportunity and Franchise Show? Man, hey, say hello to everybody on the internet, man. This man, kids today who know this stuff, can you teach me about Instagram or something? Okay, all right. Then you take my course. All right. So let's move on. You're getting my email marketing course absolutely free, okay? This is about creating a friendship, creating a community, not about the money. There's lots and lots we can do together as we affiliate together. Facebook pages, you know why you need a Facebook page. It's all over here. You'll be getting the slides, groups. You know, you can have a membership site within Facebook absolutely free. You can have your own membership site, closed and locked in. Let's move on. We've got LinkedIn, how to generate leads, connections. This is all stuff you should need to be learning how to do. Groups, group networking best practices, how to network professionally. Twitter, again, if you can't manage it on your own, you've got TweetDeck and Hootsuite. You've got services, some free and some paid, that you can use to really get sharp and leverage your time. Remember, the name of the event is called Leverage Social Media to Build Your Business. Leverage is about using a smaller force to move a bigger rock or a bigger piece of equipment or whatever it is. So leverage. Learn how to do that. We got all the Twitter slang and all that stuff. This is where you need to be going. So this is Twitter. For those of you who tweet, you're probably gonna laugh at that. For those of you who don't know Twitter, you won't laugh. You know Twitter? You laughed anyway. Chirp, chirp. The birdie next to me said, "Oh, dumb noises. WTF?" And it's not what you're thinking. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So Twitter, it's got its own lingo, guys and gals. What you really need to know from these slides is when you're on a new platform, learn to speak that language. You're a guest in that platform. What happens on Facebook is different than what happens on Twitter, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Google+. It's a crazy, each one's got its own community. Learn the language and you get to be cool, and people want to come to you to do more because you're cool, even though it's not your business. Okay? This is the biggest thing I can tell you right now. Everybody have a Google+ page? How many people don't? You got to really take a look at this. Really, really take a look at this. This is probably the biggest thing that you want to take a look at. Imagine that Facebook, remember I said was at 1.2 billion? Okay? Google Plus right now is at about 1.1 billion. But the graph, when you take a look at Facebook's growth and Google's Plus growth, is like this. Okay? So you're going to get this within the next few months, over 1.2 billion. So think about it. Google Plus, and you heard it here first, I guess, if you've heard it, it's going to overtake Facebook. You want to be there. Why do you want to be there? Is because Google has bought YouTube. Now, in putting Google Plus together, they put a platform together that's a social media platform. How cool is that? That Google, when they search you, they'll search their own kind of properties first. Would you agree? They'll search everything, but they'll give more juice to what they own, right? So if you're not on Google Plus, get on there immediately. Get on there first and fast, so that you become one of the early adopters. You're no longer an early adopter, by the way, because there's 1.2 billion people who've adopted it before you. But it's growing. It's growing much, 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 much faster. And you can do Hangouts just like this. So I want you to visualize something that, even though it was me that spoke on stage today, can everybody just take 15 seconds to visualize that it was actually you that spoke on stage today? You're here. I'm here. You are here. I'm here. You're all here. And you can actually do it on a Google Hangout. That's social media. Okay? Now, if you decide to give a standing ovation after this is all over, visualize you're here, and I'm there, but we haven't gone there yet. So, but imagine that on a Google Hangout, that's what you got. Okay? You get to give your message out there. This message right here is you talking about real estate, mobile spa, construction, online marketing. Mike, you deliver your message. We're doing that already with Business Wealth Summit, mobile, whatever it is. Coffee, you're sipping your coffee early in the morning, and off you go into the wild blue yonder with everybody. Pay attention to this and get it. The biggest thing you want to do, no matter what you do, is you want to bring it all into a blog. You want to bring them all into your own property. ashsilva.com is my property. Get yours. Put them all there. That's the one you want to send them to. That's the one you want Google to spider. Right? So make sure you get that, whatever your website is. And then through email marketing, you want to put an opt-in in there so people come in. You want to create good stuff around all your social media. And as they opt in on social media, you bring them in for the rest of the story. Hey, I heard great news about this. Come and see more. Click here. Back to your website. It's very, very easy to do. And we can talk online. And we teach all this type of stuff. So feel free to connect with us after this if you want to learn more. So blogs and websites, the most important thing to bring everybody back. You need one that is yours. People want to know your story. Before they know what you sell, they want to know who you are. What are you all about? What is your vision? Why are you so passionate? What are you passionate about? They buy you. They buy the passion around you. We'll get into all of this stuff. We don't have time today. Tumblr, Pinterest, Instagram, Flickr, these are all channels you want to be at. If your target market is on these channels, that's where you want to be. There's chat programs like Snapchat and WhatsApp and WeChat that are so huge. Research them, and it all starts with, you know, us being friends on Facebook and LinkedIn. Look us up, and then we'll talk about all of these things. We'll connect it and become a community. This, I would say, it's not even about if you can afford it. You can't afford not to take a look at this slide right here, ladies and gentlemen. PPC AdSense on Facebook, on Twitter, on YouTube, everywhere. This is the place you want to go. This is the new frontier. Even though you've got 1.2 billion on Facebook, 1.1 on Google+, it doesn't matter. Advertising, the new promoted post, Facebook will go so deep into your demographics, they will pop exactly who you're looking for and put the ad right there in front of them so that they click on it. Cheaply. Pennies on the dollar. Pennies. If you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, then you'll spend a lot more money. So if you know what you're doing, for pennies, you can actually use this. This is the new Wild West, where those who know what they're doing will pop the ads right in front of the right people with the right demographics, and you get to win, 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 and win. So search out something. This is something that we can help you with if that's something you want to learn. But this, for pennies, is what you should be doing to promote your Florida properties. Right? With what you're selling out there, that's exactly what you need to do. You get the buyers out there. So it's laser targeting. Your next steps, again, are you know what to do. We all know what to do now. Will you do it becomes the question. And I know we will. I know we will. But that's the key. It's action and continuity. It really comes down to what we think we're going to do today and what we do could be two different things. Let's hope it's not, because you've got a game plan of starting somewhere. I'm available to you on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter. Connect with us anytime, and we can begin the conversation. Our gift, again, to you, because you were so enthusiastic, was our email marketing training, absolutely free to each and every one of you. Yes? Right on. So you leave your business card at the front, and you get to do our marketing course. And then I want to kind of be, just to end off, that product. Remember what we said social media should be all about? Yeah? All right, everybody stand up and face each other. The middle line is going to be the middle. And we are going to do a little social media live right at the event. And you stand up and you're going to give each other, if you're not standing up, you're not giving a standing ovation to that other person. You can lock eyes across the room, because the left is going to give a standing ovation to the right and the right to the left. And you look into each other and really honor the human being, because that's the biggest thing you can do in life. Well beyond business. Ladies and gentlemen, the show is over. Standing ovation for all of you and to each other. Thanks. Leave your business cards right there in the front, and we'll be back in touch with all of you. Thank you very much. Visit our booth at 708 and 710 to have more information. Thank you, my man. It's great meeting you. Thank you for coming. Yeah. He is not here today. Yeah. He's look at me through Facebook. Yeah.
Does he have
I got it. Oh, you can.
Are you can email us, right?
Oh, then Chava, how did they get their names to you if they ran out of business cards? Thank you, brother. I appreciate you staying there in the back. That's for you, my friend. Oh, I got one. Two. Absolutely give it to a friend. Well, I love your smile, first of all.
You're connecting the country. Can I have a pen?
Thank you. Yeah. Shut up. If they don't have cards, where do they write their name, brother? There you go, man. They don't have cards, where do they write their name? There you go, man. Yeah. Thank you for coming. I noticed you're not on Google Plus. Thank you, brother. Thanks, man. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Oh yeah, but Chaba is going to send it to you. Send him an email and request it. Take his email and request, and he'll email you the post. Okay? You are welcome. Thank you for coming. Yes. Now. Up to you. Up to you. I put at least 2-3 hours a day because it's my life. It is my business. It is my business. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, take one of his cards and email him. Send him an email. He'll send you one. Yeah.
I'm interested
Yeah.
on how to respond actually introduce my best friend.
Okay.
I was wondering how you go
Just send me an
about
email request.